Long before the world knew the name Dolly Parton, she was simply a little girl growing up in a tiny cabin in the mountains of Locust Ridge, Tennessee. Born in 1946 as the fourth of 12 children, Dolly's childhood was shaped by simplicity and hardship. Her family lived in a small one-room home without electricity or running water, and every day required hard work and determination. Yet even in those humble surroundings, there was something special about the atmosphere in their home. Her parents filled the house with love, stories, and music. Her mother often sang traditional Appalachian songs while doing chores, and those melodies stayed with Dolly from an early age. Music became more than entertainment. It became a form of hope. Even as a child, Dolly felt that songs could carry her dreams far beyond the mountains where she was raised. Growing up with determination and faith. Life in the mountains wasn't easy, but it shaped Dolly's character in ways that would guide her for the rest of her life. Her father, Robert Lee Parton, worked tirelessly in construction and farming to support the family, while her mother, Avie Lee Parton, nurtured creativity and faith within the household. Money was scarce, but imagination was plentiful. Dolly and her siblings spent much of their childhood singing together, listening to stories, and finding joy in small moments. Church gatherings and community events often revolved around music, giving Dolly her first taste of performing in front of others. Even as a young girl, she understood that music had the power to bring people together. Those early experiences helped shape her storytelling ability and her warm connection with audiences. Though the family faced many challenges, Dolly later described those years as a time filled with love and inspiration, discovering a passion for music. From a very young age, Dolly showed an unusual talent for songwriting and performing. By the time she was 7, she was already creating her own melodies and writing lyrics about the world around her. Her relatives noticed her gift and encouraged her to pursue music whenever possible. Soon she began appearing on local radio programs in nearby Knoxville, Tennessee, where listeners were impressed by her strong voice and natural stage presence. At 13, she had the opportunity to perform at the famous Grand Ole Opry, one of the most respected stages in country music. Standing under those bright lights for the first time, Dolly realized that performing was more than a hobby. It was her calling. Although she was still a teenager, she could already imagine a future where her music would reach audiences far beyond the mountains she called home. The bold journey to Nashville. After finishing high school in 1964, Dolly made a decision that would change her life forever. With a small suitcase, a guitar, and a head full of dreams, she boarded a bus and headed to Nashville, Tennessee, the heart of country music. The city was filled with hopeful singers and songwriters, each chasing their own dream of success. For a young woman from a rural mountain community, the move felt both exciting and uncertain. Nashville's music scene was competitive, and opportunities were not easy to find. Still, Dolly believed deeply in her songs and her ability to connect with listeners. She spent long days visiting music offices, sharing her work, and searching for anyone willing to give her a chance. Though progress was slow at first, she refused to let doubt stop her. Her determination and optimism kept her moving forward, even when the path seemed unclear. Finding opportunity in a competitive industry. Eventually, Dolly began to gain small opportunities in the Nashville music community. She wrote songs for other artists and recorded demo tracks that allowed producers to hear her voice. One of her early successes came with the release of the song Dumb Blonde, which introduced listeners to her playful personality and confident spirit. Around the same time, she met country star Porter Wagoner, who invited her to join his television program, The Porter Wagoner Show. The opportunity gave Dolly regular national exposure and helped her reach audiences across the United States. Week after week, viewers tuned in to watch the musical chemistry between the two performers. Dolly's charm, humor, and unique voice quickly captured attention, and her popularity began to grow. For the first time since arriving in Nashville, It felt like her career was truly beginning to take shape. A turning point through independence. Although working with Porter Wagoner helped Dolly gain recognition, she eventually realized that she wanted more creative freedom. She had always seen herself primarily as a songwriter, and she dreamed of building a career that reflected her own artistic vision. After several years on the show, she decided to pursue a solo path. One of the songs she wrote during this transition was "I Will Always Love You," a heartfelt farewell that would later become one of the most beloved songs in music history. When Dolly released it in 1974, the song quickly reached the top of the country charts. The success confirmed that she could stand on her own as an artist. It also marked the beginning of a remarkable period in her career, where she would write and perform songs that resonated with millions of listeners around the world. Songs that defined a generation. Throughout the 1970s and early 1980s, Dolly Parton created music that would become part of American culture. Her song Jolene told a haunting story of love and insecurity, while Here You Come Again helped her reach pop audiences beyond the country genre. In 1980, she released 9 to 5, written for the film 9 to 5, in which she starred alongside Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin. The upbeat anthem captured the experiences of everyday workers and quickly became one of her most recognizable songs. By this point, Dolly had transformed from a promising country singer into an international star. Her warm personality, storytelling talent, and unmistakable voice made her music relatable to people from many different backgrounds. Building a legacy beyond music. As her career expanded, Dolly began exploring new creative and business ventures. She launched her own production company and took greater control of her music and recordings. In 1986, she opened Dollywood, a theme park located near her hometown in the Smoky Mountains. For Dolly, the project was more than a business idea. It was a way to celebrate the culture and community that shaped her early life. The park quickly became a major attraction, drawing millions of visitors every year and providing jobs for local residents. Through Dollywood, Dolly demonstrated that success could also benefit the place she came from. Her ability to combine creativity with entrepreneurship turned her into one of the most respected figures in the entertainment industry. Giving back through compassion. Despite her worldwide success, Dolly never forgot the struggles of her childhood. Remembering how important education and imagination were to her growing up, she launched the Dollywood Foundation in 1988. A few years later, she introduced the Imagination Library, a program that sends free books to young children each month. What began as a small effort in Tennessee eventually grew into an international initiative that has distributed millions of books to families around the world. Dolly's commitment to helping children learn and dream reflects the values she learned from her parents many years earlier. Her charitable work has earned admiration from educators, families, and community leaders who see her as not only a performer, but also a dedicated advocate for opportunity and learning, a life guided by kindness and gratitude. Today, Dolly Parton remains one of the most admired figures in music and entertainment. Her career spans decades of songwriting, performing, acting, and philanthropy. Yet despite all the recognition, she often speaks most proudly about the people she has been able to help. She continues writing songs, supporting charitable programs, and encouraging young artists to follow their dreams. For Dolly, success has never been only about awards or wealth. It has always been about sharing joy and creating opportunities for others. Her journey from a small mountain cabin to global recognition is a reminder that talent, determination, and compassion can open extraordinary doors. More than anything, Dolly's story shows that staying true to one's roots and helping others along the way is the greatest legacy anyone can leave behind.